Well, God bless you. Welcome once again to the YouTube presentation of the Second African Methodist Episcopal Church, located at 5500 South Hoover Street in Los Angeles, California. I am Godfrey R. Patterson, the pastor of the church and the executive coordinator, founder of In Focus Ministries. And I greet you in the precious and strong name of him who is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we may ask or think, according to the power that worketh within us. That's what Paul wrote in Ephesians, the 3rd chapter and the 20th verse. Many years ago, it dawned upon me that if God told me, pick one verse out of the Bible, one text, and you'll have to preach that for the rest of your life. I gave it a little thought, and I said, I know what it would be, Lord. It would be now unto him who is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we may ask or think, according to the power that worketh within us. And so again, I welcome you to our program. I welcome you to our program. Let me begin by saying to all to whom it applies, Happy Mother's Day. To all of you who have given birth, Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Well, we must admit that sometimes life can come upon us very, very suddenly. Like the late, great Dr. Gardner C. Taylor put it, with strange angles, comes from strange angles. Last Mother's Day, we could not imagine that this Mother's Day would find us basically under house arrest, pretty much confined to our homes, our movement severely restricted, awaiting the day when the word would come down from the authorities to us that we can once again resume our normal activities and go and come as we please. Indeed, today, Mother's Day 2020 is a far cry from Mother's Day 2019. But here's the good news. We are still here. Hello, somebody. We are still here, continuing to trust our God who made us a promise. And that promise was to never leave us nor forsake us. So whatever we may be going through, God has given us that peace which passes all understanding, that we can remain in perfect peace no matter the confusion or the chaos of the times. So yes, we're living in troubling, perplexing times, but we are confident that we are in the hand of God and that in God's time, everything, including us, is going to be all right. I would like to turn our attention in this program to very familiar words in the Bible. These words are found in the 20th chapter of Exodus, the beginning words of verse 12. The 20th chapter of Exodus, the first words, the first phrase in verse 12. May I read? Honor thy father and thy mother. Now, next month, I will deal with father. But today, since it is Mother's Day, I want to deal with mother. And my subject today is not just today, but every day. I'm going to say it again. My subject is not just today, but every day. Some historical accounts tell us that Mother's Day was started in the late 1800s by Julia Ward Howe, who is best known as the composer of the Battle Hymn of the Republic. She started it in Boston, Massachusetts, as a celebration for women to take a political role in promoting pacifism and disarmament in the aftermath of the barbarous Civil War. However, after a few years, Miss Howe's efforts faded out. Well, there are scholars who tell us that Miss Anna Jarvis in 1907 began a private celebration of her mother, who had organized Mother's Day work clubs in the area of West Virginia where she lived to improve the sanitary and health conditions of that area. 1 year later, the scholars tell us that Miss Jarvis would launch a crusade for what we now call Mother's Day, so that it would be more widely recognized, and that in 1914, President Woodrow Wilson officially set aside the second Sunday in May as Mother's Day. However, in a strange and sad twist of irony, Miss Jarvis would spend most of her later life and a sizable portion of her inheritance fighting against what Mother's Day had become, with its emphasis on fancy dinners, buying and giving flowers, candy, and greeting cards, opposed to the simple, private, reverent remembrance of Mother that she had worked so hard to bring into being. One of her biographers has commented that, and I quote, "This woman who died penniless in a sanitarium in a state of dementia was a woman who could have profited from Mother's Day if she wanted to, but she rallied against those who did, and it cost her everything, financially and physically." Leading up to Mother's Day last year, 2019, it was reported by the National Retail Federation that Americans would spend $19.9 billion on Mother's Day. The United States National Restaurant Association reported that Mother's Day is the most popular holiday for dining out. And I know we can bear witness to that. And the Hallmark Card Company reported that Mother's Day is the number 3 holiday for the exchange of cards, only behind Christmas and Valentine's Day, averaging 133 million cards exchanged, a far, far cry from what Miss Anna Jarvis had envisioned. However, we are forced by present circumstances that Mother's Day 2020 be more in line with the simple celebration that its originator desired. Restaurants closed for dining, airports, train stations, bus depots, highways, usually bustling with activity, either completely empty or, in the case of the train stations, bus stations, airports, and highways, almost empty. The billions of dollars that would have been spent will not be spent Mother's Day 2020. The coronavirus, this COVID-19, has forced us back to the simple basic of celebrating Mother's Day minus all of the bells and whistles. I close this program reminding you that the words of my text from Exodus 20:12 did not come from President Woodrow Wilson. The words that I read earlier came from God. And it is not a suggestion, it is a commandment. Honor thy mother. As I said, I'll get to Father next month. Honor thy mother. And the point I want to make as I bring this program to its conclusion, let us not just honor mother today, but let us honor mother every day. Mother, who by the grace and power of God gave us life. Mother, who did for us when we could not do for ourselves. Mother, who sacrificed and did without in order that we would have the necessities of life. Mother, who prayed for us when we didn't have sense enough to pray for ourselves. Mother, who encouraged us to be the best people that we could be, who taught us how to pray ourselves and how to trust God. Mother deserves not only to be honored today, but mother should be honored every day. Honor mother, regard mother, respect mother, cherish mother. Be always loving and kind and courteous to mother, not just today, but every day. Don't wait for Mother's Day. Pick up that phone. Tell mother, oh, I love you and I appreciate you so much for all that you have done for me. And I just wanted you to know, I know it's not Mother's Day, but mother, I make every day Mother's Day. Because every day I thank God for you. Every day I thank the Lord that you are my mother. And I just want you to know that I have not forgotten. It is so pitiful and sad. There's so many mothers who sacrifice for their children. Their children get older and then they forget about mother. They don't pick the phone up to call mother. They don't let mother know how much they love and appreciate and cherish her. And they may get a card on Mother's Day. They may take her out to dinner on Mother's Day. But she needs to know that every day that we are blessed to have mother, let mother know. Because don't you be like some people. They don't appreciate mother. They don't let mother know how much they love them. And then when the Lord calls mother home to be with him, then they are overtaken by guilt. And they have a conscience that haunts them for the rest of their lives simply because they did not tell mother that I love you when they could. Friend of mine, you can stand at a casket and talk to a dead body all you want to, but that dead body does not hear. So please, I implore you to be more considerate and cognizant of the fact that we must show love and affection and respect and honor for our mothers, not just on Mother's Day, but we must honor them on every day. Again, to all mothers, I say, Happy Mother's Day. And even though it is scaled down, even though there will not be all of the pomp and circumstance of a quote unquote normal Mother's Day, in the simplicity of how we are going to celebrate this year, let us just overwhelm with love and then make the commitment that we will let every day be Mother's Day. To all of you who view this program, let us continue to stay at home. Do not join with those who, in their impatience, are ignoring the sage wisdom of those who are almost pleading with us to stay at home. This virus is nothing to play with. So let us not be foolish. Don't tempt God. Let us continue to trust God and to wait, continuing to stay in seclusion for a while, because although we do not know when this will end, we believe that this too shall pass. And when it passes over, then and only then, let us go back to as normal of activities as we will be able to go to. But for now, beloved, please stay safe. Please be well. And please stay at home. If these programs have been a blessing to you, I ask that you would share them with as many people as possible. Those of you who would like to receive these messages, subscribe. And then every week when the messages come forth, they will be sent to your device. I thank you so much. Please pray for me and know that I too am praying for you. I'm Godfrey Patterson, the pastor of the Second African Methodist Episcopal Church, located at 5500 South Hoover Street in Los Angeles, California. God bless you. And as always, thank you for your time, this time. Until next time.